For a long time, New York had everything an NBA superstar should want: the biggest market, the brightest stage, Madison Square Garden. And somehow, no one wanted in. As the world's biggest basketball market, the Knicks are valued at more than $10 billion, still sitting near the very top of the NBA, behind only the Golden State Warriors. And yet, this basketball mecca has kept almost every superstar at arm's length for decades. LeBron had no interest in joining. KD never seriously considered it either. Even solid free agents seemed to avoid New York altogether. This team was like a luxury destination stars kept passing on. And all of this had a lot to do with team owner James Dolan. For years, Dolan never made winning the true focus of the franchise, because whenever the Knicks played, tickets sold out. No matter how expensive they were, New York fans kept paying. Setting aside the 2 recent seasons in which the Knicks reached the Eastern Conference Finals, the team generated $540 million in revenue during the 2022-23 season. That ranked second in the entire league, behind only the Golden State Warriors' $800 million. During this year's NBA Finals, Game 3 at Madison Square Garden showed just how crazy the market had become, with the cheapest seats running close to $4,000 and average prices climbing above $7,000. With that kind of earning power, the Knicks could make massive profits even without playing playoff basketball. From a business perspective, Dolan is a competent businessman, but from a basketball operations perspective, he was never a qualified franchise leader. Former NBA Commissioner David Stern once publicly criticized him for not understanding what it takes to run an NBA franchise. The media also widely regarded Dolan as one of the worst owners in the NBA, because the Dolan era was, for years, nothing short of disastrous. After the Knicks reached the NBA Finals in 1999, the franchise moved on from Patrick Ewing in 2000, signaling the end of the Ewing era. In 2001, the Knicks handed Allen Houston a massive 6-year, $100 million contract, pushing the franchise deeper into an era of reckless spending. For the next 20 years, Dolan became obsessed with shortcutting his way back to relevance. In 2011, he ignored opposition and gambled on Carmelo Anthony, emptying the team's draft assets. What he got in return was a franchise that missed the playoffs 15 times over a 20-year span. Over the years, he tried multiple times to recruit LeBron James, but LeBron never seemed to seriously consider the Knicks. In the summer of 2019, when the Knicks learned that Kevin Durant was leaving the Warriors, they aggressively cleared salary. They created $100 million in cap space, hoping to sign both KD and Kyrie Irving. In the end, both players did come to New York, but they joined the Brooklyn Nets next door, so the Knicks spent that $100 million within 24 hours. They signed Julius Randle, Bobby Portis, Taj Gibson, Elfrid Payton, Wayne Ellington, Reggie Bullock, and Marcus Morris. Outside of Randle, the other 6 were basically role players. With that kind of front office decision-making, it is no wonder LeBron and KD never wanted to come. Although the Knicks' franchise value remained near the top of the league, their on-court product was broken for years. In 2020, Dolan finally learned from years of failure and put aside the arrogance of being a New York owner. He hired CAA super agent Leon Rose as team president. He stopped recklessly interfering with basketball operations. He completely abandoned the obsession with chasing superstars, and he established a long-term team-building strategy. This was the beginning of Dolan's first real compromise in 20 years. He stopped inserting himself into trades. He gave power to the front office, and he allowed the franchise to rebuild its structure. After Rose took over, Dolan gave him full support. The Knicks hired tough-minded head coach Tom Thibodeau and injected discipline into the team. Instead of blindly chasing superstars, they began identifying real winning pieces. In 2022, Rose went against public opinion and signed a once undervalued second-round pick Jalen Brunson to a 4-year, $104 million contract. At the time, people mocked the Knicks for overpaying. Now Brunson has become a playoff assassin. Later, the Knicks traded for Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, building a balanced roster on both ends of the floor. They refused to hand out inflated contracts. They valued draft assets, and step by step, they strengthened the foundation of the franchise. In the summer of 2025, Dolan made another bold move. He supported Rose's decision to fire Thibodeau, even after Thibodeau had led the team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then they hired Mike Brown, whose offensive system was more advanced, completing a tactical upgrade. That change directly turned a team that could make money without playoff basketball into one that reached the NBA Finals. And now, the Knicks are only one step away from the championship. Judging by the madness of Knicks fans during this year's playoffs, the team's franchise value will likely rise significantly again after the finals. But this time, something matters more than valuation. That trophy they have waited more than half a century to lift. When the championship banner slowly rises, a new era will officially arrive. New York will no longer be just a money machine. It will once again be a basketball destination. And those superstars who once avoided the Knicks may finally begin to take this transformed franchise seriously. Because from now on, this place has a winning culture, and a future worth joining.